the beautiful stench and decay of desperate living.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Welcome to Nar Shaddaa. Towering buildings kilometers high and miles deep, with canyons so wide you could have a dogfight in them. Word of warning, watch where you step, or you'll fall for hours. Sure, most of the landing pads around here are unclaimed, or should be. They're pretty badly maintained, so they're not safe to land on. Well, I mean, not this one. But they all have the reputation, so we should be all right. I think. Maybe a little, but landing here means we didn't have to transmit our ID signature. You know what trouble that always brings. In fact, while we're here, we should get those signatures changed. Wouldn't make us such a target when we enter a new system. Yeah, in all its glory. Don't get your hopes up from what you see here, though. As soon as we hit the main sector, that's when the smell and the mobs can get pretty bad. All right then, let's move out. Where are we headed exactly?
It does not matter where we go. If what we seek is here, we shall come upon it in due time.
Yeah, if you want to stay on the ship and meditate some more, don't let us stop you.
Finding a Jedi, or anyone else touched by the Force here, will be difficult. The mass of people, the rush of their emotions. It makes detection difficult. But this moon does not get any smaller while we wait. This sector is as good as any place to begin our search, so let us begin.
Well, if we're gonna search a moon of a few billion inhabitants for one Jedi that even our own can't sense, might as well start as soon as possible. Alright, if you have any questions, just ask. We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want. No one supervises these landing pads anymore.
You there!
Uh-oh.
What's with you? Letting that piece of junk sink its struts into my landing pad! Yeah? Well, it's the first I've heard of it. Tell you what, let me check it out. If you're cleared, then you're clear. No trouble. Well, don't let me hold you up then. I gotta tell you though, I got another one of your ships docking here within an hour. I'm not sure what to tell them.
Not as of yet.
Thanks for your help. They would have crippled me for sure. Well, they work for the Exchange, for a Quarren named Visquis. He's looking to step up in the Exchange. The only language the Exchange respects is money, so Visquis is trying to increase his profits by using the refugees here in Nar Shaddaa as a cheap labor force. We're only good to him as slaves and merchandise. He wants to keep us in one place, so he can control us. That's always been the way. Well, except lately. The Exchange has been clamping down on the refugee sector hard, and I've no idea why. They've started kidnapping people, hurting others, but there seems to be no reason to it. You don't. He comes to you. If he's got reason to. Either because you can help him out, or because you're making trouble. Either way, it's not a good thing. Whatever your reasons, thanks.
Spare a few credits, friend? All right. I don't know much beyond the refugee sector here, but I can share what I know. This sector's filled with refugees from the Jedi Civil War, and even as far back as the Mandalorian Wars. Refugees and war veterans both, and anyone else who was rendered homeless by the war. The Jedi destroyed planets across the galaxy, and here's where the wreckage ended up. No, should I? He doesn't sound like a Hutt. What, is he a bounty hunter or an exchange boss? Friend, you did promise some credits in exchange for information. Look, one other thing. It's obvious you're new around here. I can tell it just by looking at you. Nar Shaddaa can be a rough place, and easy to get lost in. If you want, I can keep an ear out for you. Let you know if I hear anything. I'll do that then. I'll come seek you out if I hear anything I think you might want to know.
I saw what you did to those exchange thugs, stranger. Can you spare a few credits, maybe help another refugee in need? Forgive me, stranger, but if you had some credits you could spare, it would be a great help. Please. Thank you, stranger. I won't forget your kindness.
Why did you do such a thing? Such kindnesses will mean nothing. His path is set. Giving him what he has not earned is like pouring sand into his hands. And would that be a kindness? What if by surviving another day he brings a greater darkness upon another? The Force binds all things. The slightest push, the smallest touch, sends echoes throughout life. Even an act of kindness may have more severe repercussions than you know or can see. By giving him something he has not earned, perhaps all you have helped him become is a target. Seeing another elevated often brings the eyes of others who suffer. And perhaps in the end, all you have wrought is more pain. And that is my lesson to you. Be careful of charity and kindness, lest you do more harm with open hands than with a clenched fist. Very well, but mind what I have said. Use your power, but in its proper place.
And what did she want?
Not much. Just answers to some questions.
Really? Interesting.
Please, look, I already paid the exchange what I have. Oh, look! Here's the one with your credits. About time. Look, these gentlemen are getting impatient.
More where that came from. Let's settle this. More where that came from.
Are you crazy? That was exchange muscle. When they hear about this, they'll come back a dozen strong and tear you limb from limb. It's your life. Me? I'm laying low for a while. Maybe they'll forget about me.
If If you seek to aid everyone that suffers in the galaxy, you will only weaken yourself and weaken them. It is the internal struggles, when fought and won on their own, that yield the strongest rewards. You stole that struggle from them, cheapened it. Indeed. The currents of the galaxy, of nations, of peoples, may all stem from such small kindnesses. Every small weakness, small fracture that you create weakens the whole. If you care for others, then dispense with pity and sacrifice, and recognize the value in letting them fight their own battles. And when they triumph, they will be even stronger for the victory.
Hey, thanks.
Then your allies are your weakness, and if they die, you die with them. And because of that, where once the Sith had but one target, now there are many, and you frustrate my attempts to protect you. If you do not wish to hear it, then you will remain deaf to everything around you, and that shall be punishment enough. I grow weary of this. Perhaps time will allow my words to take root if your common sense will not permit it. Your thoughts are disturbed. I can feel them like a shiver running through you. It is Nar Shaddaa, the true Nar Shaddaa that you feel around you. It is this moon, with the metal and machines stripped away and the currents of the Force laid bare. I'm surprised you can feel it. I fear the damage to you had deadened you to such perceptions. What you feel is the echo of the minds of these creatures within the Force. Their anger, their greed, their desperation. It is life. One might as well heal the universe, but such manipulation is possible, yes. It requires that one be able to feel the critical point within the fractured mass, and know how to strike it in such a way that the echoes travel to your intended destination. For as long as it lasts, like life, such waking moments within the Force are rare, waiting for the right moment when the critical point is struck and the sound rises. But let us be silent. Words and thoughts are distractions. Feel this moment, for as long as it will last. Feel life as it is, with the crude matter stripped away.
Doveri nincha, yonona shikasa chuch. Wanatu no bayes. Dorcha no bankani honkades. Torsenda winoto. Tonotucha. Tocha ramakaka musran kana. Unoka herete pachasa borta. Krisocha wentense me punta. Lorcha wata yuma ni. Hodanga yuma des. Dak bota no chi tagwa ita.
Mashni manina mashna wala huda kime wat kanina na rabdishna ba nak dikdishne
Jun soba me rapa no kuma randisa mak chiksa. Kucha bak tong kinka mata kata. Chopa wanga kun not kat yutka kes.
Marashni wala kanibinishni mi dibinish na mashtishni wa nyatawna ni benenaf narode wa munura benina nish.
Wamba siso misum kun rakawakta. Nushka wana sochi rona bang mamakan.
Hara hinemash lemanana hishnashna hiha. Maniwak na hana hiha ha power de money much. Mashni manina mashna wala. Marashni wala kanibinishni mi dibin. Mashni manina.
Tarachomo sincho kavavolpa muliji kumanaminta barawamba kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura tayay unta chiwita inka kikraya na chawanga kone dovrei kun miliwosa slima pogwanga sawana nucha Kawanabota yuntatanga kinamatura. Tayaita ta chone mulera. Tonkinge banog jansaka nikaraska. Tanchan ke chubo grayo bog no kada. Tawancha morichiwa muf honta chiwita inka kikraya na chawanga kone. Ta kometa. Chone mulera. Tonkinge ba. Dovrei kun mwili wosa slima po gwangasa. Da hupa, bossa curata, go juju. Dovrei kun mwili wosa slima po gwanga sawana mucha. Tonino ba pinkone yaka. Chuba picha, tuna yuma mochinawa. Kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura. Tayaita, ta bosananansata. Kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura. Tayaita, ta bosananansata.
Watagritugji mulira. Nicho dankanau.
Kawana bota yuntatanga kinamato. Ento mesh mi paju, watamincha yokolondado nuk.
Vadumpe masur. Herinocho, mina.
Chikari bot maliali. Chopitima watagritugjimu. Tapichayubong. Yulalbinag. Chupayubong labog. Chichi. Ulgo. Chup bograki. Chichis.
Krotonoranga manatandi groto. Mopi. Krotonoranga manatandi groto. Nunchka wanasicho ranabamangakan. Tanto todos dumukarata. Miranga naroto. Dosimana rachata. Krotonoranga manatandi groto. Mopi una wanasichin si wanobosh. Krotonoranga manatandi groto. Mopi una wanasichin si wanobosh.
Oh, looks like the Jedi raised their standards. And it looks like you're not alone. Ugh, how many Jedi are on this moon anyway? Hanharr, I thought I smelled something. I've told you before, hunt your own targets. Don't scavenge mine. What, working for the Hutt suddenly made you stupider, Hanharr? You touch me, you'll break the truce. And then you won't last long enough to slip off this moon. Don't, Hanharr. I'm warning you. I don't want your life dead, Hanharr. I told you. You're right. I'm afraid. I'm afraid if you keep crushing me, I'll accidentally set off my rocket charges and blow us both to Nar Shaddaa. I'd rather die than be caught by you again, Hanharr.
I don't know who you are, but you picked the wrong room to break into. No harm done. For a minute, I thought you might have been someone else. My wife, Ada. There's a chance she may be here on Nar Shaddaa. A lot of refugees ended up here after the Jedi Civil War. I came here to see if I could track her down. Thing is, I can't get into the refugee sector. And even if I could, I'm not sure I could find her. I've been here for weeks, hoping to see her face. All I've done is watch my credits burn away to nothing. The Exchange has got the place barricaded with thugs. They're putting the squeeze on the whole sector, trying to crush the spirit out of the remaining refugees. Now I'm almost cleaned out. I burned the last of my fuel and my freight just getting here. The Exchange promised me a job shuttling freight via cargo cruiser, and I'm close to taking them up on it. Yeah? And what's it gonna cost me? Well, I'm not gonna turn away an offer of help.
Bograsyong konti chaum, King Lord Aitha kun, Aitha pati sa tong diakon batot kaun, Chona choba. Chupayo bong labo, nilung kagratuk, jimut malia bist white wa. Yomawa mani boba, Lorda wishwanga, nilung kagratuk, jimut malia bist white. Chopiti man punjame, sashan gebedwa. Chopiti man punjame, sashan gebe.
Graci ubaci kompadwana muska na boska wa. Norahagwa buska yokolo alaubaka.
Hara hinemas temana hisnaste hiha. Charn kutos remakeras. Tratosaton, Kelsim Babanushan Lootra.
Where that came from? Hey, I saw that ship you flew in on. My ship.
Your ship? I'd lay off the spice if I were you. That's our ship, not yours.
Was I talking to you? I tell you, that ship's mine. It's the Ebon Hawk, isn't it? She was stolen from me during a routine run in the Mid-Rim, near the close of the Mandalorian Wars. The registry's 34 P7JK. It's got a temperamental hyperdrive, and the turrets can be sluggish and unresponsive against fast-moving fighters. She's also got 2 secret compartments, one in the cargo hold, right near the plasteel cylinders in the back, and the second beneath the bunks in the starboard cabin.
What? It's our ship. I mean, your ship, that I fly.
Good to hear you aren't going to challenge it. That makes things a lot easier.
What are you doing? That's gonna trap us here.
I'll be going now. Get used to the solid ground beneath you.
Let me shoot him in the back. No one has to know.
This is Serico territory. Get up. You've made a dangerous...
You're tough to have... Do your work.
What is... Adana. My mom made the mistake of telling Sakura she couldn't sell me to the Hutts, so he took me. Yeah. The Hutts always need spice handlers for their camps. People are always dying there. Anything is better than this slum. Sasquatch and his thugs torture the humans, make everyone's lives miserable. After I'm sold, at least I'll have someone making sure I stay alive. Really? Oh, why didn't you say so? Oh, sorry about those things I said to you. You do look a little like a cash hound, though. I'll go find Mom. Kick him once in the tentacles for me.
Another refugee? I'm sad to see another join our ranks. I lost my husband Lootra long ago in the Jedi Civil War. What? Lutra's here? Please! You must help me get to him! How did you do this? I barely know you, and you've brought me word of my husband, and then a free path to him. It's almost too good to be true. You've given me my husband back, stranger. My husband, my life. Thank you.
Dovrei kun mwili wosasli.
Kavanatagalu!
Tawinti ni jab.
Yatuka uwanrika choti.
Nita manjay. Dovrei kun mwili wosasli mapogwangasa. Dovrei kun mwili wosa. Unta chiwita inka kikraya na. Dovrei kun mwili wosasli. Dahupa, bossa curata, go jujut. Kawanabota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita dahupa boss.
Keep back. But I will. I'm feeling.
Let's see. 3 bricks of spice out to Elysia, then with a turnaround. No, that won't work. Come act! Here so soon? I wasn't expecting you for. Well, not now. Anyway. Yeah, well, I tried to explain that, you see, but, I had no choice. These thugs showed up, and they said that you could go space yourselves. And I was like, no, this is the Red Eclipse, and...
Someone's trying to board us. Oh!
Finally, my ticket off this hole. Looks like it's been through hell. It's good to be back on the old girl. Hey, what are you doing on my ship? Damn right I am. What are you...
Kawanabota ayunay tangwa se kuchina chuna sorchoranto ichana dumpa ni kanite kawachite ni yubugaro wunta ritaba.
Kapilangi, Trawinch, Ifrit Malastrindosh, Granashkitrun Sabaratin Ponsukuniki.
More where that came from.
Oh, there's been a misunderstanding. The ship, it's all yours. Consider it a gift, all right? Didn't know you were messing with Red Eclipse slavers. Guess those stories about the Hawk being a cursed vessel are true. Great, I'll, just find my way out, all right?
My lightsaber. You've destroyed it. I yield, Master. It is as I heard through the Force. My life for yours. I have nothing to offer you. Your strength is superior. It is as I felt.
Now I've seen everything. This woman, she's a Miraluka. I didn't think any were left in this part of the galaxy. I heard they had a colony on the Mid-Rim, almost halfway between Onderon and Dantooine. Then, it wasn't there anymore. The whole planet was wiped out. Nothing left alive. No one knows why. Well, it was a planet of her people. If they see through the Force, who knows? If they're all Force-sensitive, maybe they all saw something through the Force that we can't see, and they left before it happened. Or maybe it killed them. They claim to see on a higher plane than we do. You know, the whole Force thing makes me nervous. Yeah, they're a pretty secretive race. I heard that some of their kind become Jedi, but a Sith? That's a new one. I'm not sure how you'd go about killing one. It'd be tricky. Just mentioning it, she looks like she's suffered enough wounds already, even after the beating you gave her. Well, some of her wounds are pretty bad. Looks like she was already carrying her share of scars, though. I think she'll recover, yeah.
you have befriended the seer. Her species does not see as we do. They perceive the galaxy through the Force, and it is how she found you. It is a rare gift squandered on her people. The Sith carry the battle to you, and you spare them. And as we travel, the empty places of this ship are filled. I hope your thoughts in this matter are clear. If you take her on as a servant, know that the Sith meet their end at the hands of their apprentices. It is not something I would wish to happen to you. This one you have saved has other masters. Though blind, she has ties to darkness. Her presence here is a threat to us, to you. Do not underestimate her or her loyalty. Then you are learning. Did he? And what do you make of that? You are right to trust your instincts. Something is wrong. It is only a matter of discovering what and why. If your instincts lead you to an answer, seek me out. Perhaps we will discuss more.
I didn't want to talk about the war, but can I ask you something? Why did you decide to fight? I felt the same way. I remembered when word of the Mandalorian attacks arrived on Iridonia. My people had colonies across the Outer Rim. Many of them were among the first systems to fall. Revenge, and to crush the Mandalorians, to send them back to wherever it was they came from. I did not join because I wanted to protect, though. I hated them. I wanted to destroy them, to give them the mercy they gave the people they conquered. I remember the thrill I felt when we fought them in battle. Victories were rare, but we celebrated every Mandalorian's death. Do you know how it felt? I couldn't do that. It was almost as though the battle took control of me, drove me forward. It's always on my mind now. That loss of control blinded me, turned me into a weapon. I just needed to get that off my chest. Was there something you wanted me for? Let me see what you have. No, you're still missing a lens. Something else I can help you with?
My life for yours. I am able to serve. If we enter battle, I will fight and die alongside you. I have not heard that question in some time. My flesh is healed, if that's the answer you seek. I know. And I fear that others will see the mercy in your actions, and in my survival, and use it as a weapon to do you greater harm. I felt you, heard you through the Force. It was like a sound at the edge of hearing. And when I heard it, I found I could not ignore it. I serve my master. I am an emissary, a scout. My master was aware of a disturbance in the Force, but was unaware of its nature, of you. The disturbance is not something one feels from a living thing. There is little my master does not know, and that you eluded his sight for so long is significant. But I do not know why. You cannot. His vessel roams the borders of known space, and even I do not know where he travels. Until he calls for me. Even if I could lead you to my master, I cannot permit you to find him until you are ready. If I bring you before my master untested, without your potential realized, then you will be lost to me, and I cannot allow that to happen. It would be as if one brought fire to a paradise valley, shattered a cavern of rare crystal, or blinded a painter. I cannot, I will not. I would die first, and gladly, to preserve you, untouched, unharmed. Now that I have found you, I cannot sacrifice what I have found. You will meet my master. It is inevitable. I have seen it. And when you stand before him and realize what you face, you must be prepared. Until then, I must protect you, help you, until you are ready. There's a greatness in you. A greatness that does not stem from the Force. It stems from who you are. And if my master does not understand you, cannot see you, then perhaps there is hope for us all. But if you seek to survive, then you must understand why this is so. There is much I see my master cannot. I fear it is because of my nature, the nature of my race. My people spend their lives seeing the galaxy, the energy streaming off stars, the growth of life, all things touched by the Force. It is not a subject which I have spoken of since its destruction. The planet was not destroyed. It remains. It orbits, dead in space. But nothing lives on its surface. It echoes, but there's no one left to hear it. I am not certain I did. I was there when the planet died. To see everything around you extinguished. It was as if I was blinded. It was as if the Force had been bled from the world. I imagine there are worse deaths, worse pain. But if there are, I do not know them. I was the only living thing remaining on the planet of Kotor. And my life, my agony, was a flicker in the darkness that was the planet. All that I had been connected to had been severed. Yes, but it was not survival. I still wonder what would have happened if I had died with the others. If perhaps there would have been some way to hide my presence from the galaxy. If only I had not felt that pain, that loss, as strongly as I did. But it could not be done. When the life was bled from the planet, and yet somehow I remained. My master came for me. He walked upon the surface of my dead world. And there, lying in the bodies of my race, he took me for his own. And he made me see. And for the first time I saw the galaxy. And I wished to die. To this galaxy, my world, absent the currents and spectrums of the Force, was nothing but crude matter, rock, flesh, emptiness. He showed the flickering of life on other planets. The mass of beings that swarm through the empty places of the galaxy. To see such creatures, disconnected from themselves, their world, their place in it, unable to see the currents and how they affected everything around them. He showed me to make me believe in his cause. He convinced me the galaxy, all life, must die. He fed upon its ugliness, its screaming, and in its place, he left silence. And where there was chaos, he brought stillness and order. It was not a thing done with machines or weapons. The Force is far more terrible, and it touches more lives than any machine can hope to slay. For everyone that feels the Force, strongly, deeply, each one feels and perceives it in their own way. You have strengths, whether you know it or not. And my master has his. His power is great, and it comes from hunger. He is a wound in the Force, more presence than flesh. And in his wake, life dies, sacrificing itself to his hunger. And those who feel the Force strongly are beacons to his hunger. My people, my planet, would have been attacked in time. It was inevitable. Yet we could do nothing about it. The Jedi, the last council of the Jedi, came to our world to meet in secret. They hoped that perhaps among our people, they could achieve the clarity to see what was striking them from the darkness of the galaxy. They succeeded, but only in bringing him from the outer regions. And Kotor, with my kind, with the Jedi upon its surface, could no longer be ignored. And my people died, and the Jedi died, and there was no one left, only me. He cannot deny his hunger for long, and any gathering of Jedi is something he cannot long resist. And now that the Jedi are vanishing, I do not know what will happen. Perhaps he will grow strong enough to eradicate all life, merely with his presence. I do not understand what you mean. They hoped to see the threat that had been stalking them, and they did. But they were unprepared for the magnitude of the threat. I will answer what I can. I am not familiar with the place you speak of. My master has not entered Republic space for some time, but there are others who may move more freely, who may have been responsible for such an act of destruction. There are many factions within the Sith, all seeking to take what little remains in the wake of the Jedi Civil War. Where one moves, it is not always known to the others. But their purpose is the same, the death of all Jedi, everywhere. They believe you are the last of the Jedi, and their hatred of the Jedi unites them. All their eyes are upon you, and it is a terrible, quiet darkness that pursues you. I will answer what I... Forgive me, but before you go, I must ask. Why do you do this? Why do you seek to help me? Teach me? You must not do this. I cannot allow you to weaken yourself for me. So you say, but it is not something I have observed or seen. I remember little of my homeworld before I entered my master's service. It is not as it was. There is little left of such memories, or the planet itself. It is not a subject which I have spoken of.
Ida, I didn't think I'd ever find you. I can't believe you're here before me.
The destruction of Telos? I can't even tell you what happened after, being shuttled from system to system barely one planet ahead of the Sith fleet.
Shh, we can talk about it later. You have my thanks, stranger. I can only hope you have as much luck at what you're looking for. It's strange you came by when you did. I was right at the edge of deciding whether to give up, turning it over in my mind. And suddenly you walked through the door and gave me the answer I needed to hear. Maybe you're right. Thanks again, stranger.
It would have been better had he found her on his own. By aiding him, you have only weakened him. He was at a moment of crisis, a moment of indecision. It is those internal struggles when they are fought and won that yield the strongest rewards. You took that battle from him, cheapened it. If he truly loved her, truly, he would have entered the refugee sector on his own, damn the exchange, damn everything in his path, and taken her. You have made their union easier, not better. If you care for them, then dispense with pity and sacrifice, and recognize the value in letting them fight their own battles. And when they triumph, they will be even stronger for the victory.
Tanto todos. Dos kachi. Kawana. Tenanjara. Tomachunga. Dos kachi. Kawana. Tanto todos tumukarata. Dos kachi kawana. Kroton oranga manatandi. Tanto todos. Nunch kawana sicho. Tanto todos tumukarata. Meiranga no posa non chirinta masukin kulawanka. Kroton oranga manata. Tanto todos aramontok tumukara chokorak. Tanto todos tumuka. Dos kachi. Tenanchera tom. Posa non chirinta masukin kulawanka. Posong chinsun mi karanga. Johnny Nikaraibin.
We just got this message on the comlink. Looks like trouble. I think this is something everyone will want to hear. The droid's the one who picked up the message. He's got it all ready to display. Well, good thing it's not a trap.
It may be a trap, but traps work both ways. This Visquis, his kind is spread through the lower reaches of Nar Shaddaa, and he may have information. But the choice is yours. If you go, you will have to go alone.
It's just off the docks, near one of the far traffic pylons. He's got you at a disadvantage there, though. The place is filled with cyanogen gas. One whiff of that and it'll be the last breath you take. You'll need something to allow you to breathe there, and disguise you from the other patrons. Yeah, that means all you have to worry about is the patrons not finding out that you're human and gunning you down. Be careful. This whole situation stinks. Well, I wouldn't keep him waiting. If you got his attention, you probably attracted the attention of someone else.
Paramakawana kochukitsa. Moka kamaran endoso ran we no chabi. Du rantamana sobu. In Wamagro, may rangana no Lootra. Moka kamaran endoso ran we no chabi. Du rantamana sobu. Febko emareyam gawata situ insula rakarakachata. Tamaso kinchuda wanka. Mopi una wana si chokoratawa. Donos emaragith. Wana rakora chi drumka sa inchobin sasha. Dosimana rachata. Moka kamaran endoso ran we no chabi. Du rantamana sobu. Ansana cha. Tu estrictona tada gachat. In Wamagro. May rangana no Lootra. Donos emaragith. Wana rakora chi drumka sa inchobin sasha. Dosimana rachata. Bo mababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu estrictonatada bear mabar chokto. Torenibu inturata sisi me burokra. Machabi doko. Tonaranga manachunga. Taranamo sibu indasarans. Krema sunkun ratungala. Chawi mo jubu inkosoracha.
Hey, look, I wanted to tell you. Be careful. I won't be able to contact you via the comlink if something happens. And I'm betting that Squidhead knows it. Look, take these. They're healing packs. If your suit gets breached, you'll need to inject them fast if you don't want your lungs to seize up. And trust me, once the seizures start, you'll be dead. Watch yourself, and don't be too long. I'll keep an eye out here until you return. And I know just the place.
So, you're the big Jedi that everyone's been talking about. You don't look so tough to me. I thought you Jedi were supposed to be smart, and here you are running around Nar Shaddaa sticking your lightsaber into everyone's business. What, were you planning to save everyone on this moon? You're attracting more attention than a fleet of Sith warships. I'm Mira. I'm the best bounty hunter in this system, and that's not me bragging, that's fact. I had you in my sights ever since you landed. I've been watching you run all over the refugee sector like a bantha, and for someone with a price on their head as high as yours, you sure don't know how to keep a low profile. Look, I know that squid-head Visquis sent you a message to meet him in the Jek-Jek-Tar. He works for Godo, and it's a trap. I'm betting he's gonna lure you in there, start a fight, and then he's gonna wrap you up and deliver you to Goto. Dead, claiming you attacked him. Just this. I know you're meeting with Visquis. If I know about it, that means everybody else on this moon knows about it, or will soon enough. And when that happens, the bounty hunter truce is off. That means things are gonna get real ugly real quick. I think your friends are the ones in trouble.
Well, this sure beats staying on the ship. A few drinks to keep me on my toes, a few games of Pazak to keep the mind alert. Should be enough to keep me out of trouble until our fearless leader straightens things out. Give me a hit of Juma, and keep them coming. Well, looks like staying on the ship was a bad idea after all. That's what I love about Nar Shaddaa, the company. So, I don't think I caught your names. You two work here, or?
Manansa kapuna wasiro toke. Ni juva mari kike ma. Wanatu mobayes? Dorcha no bankani honkades?
Yeah? What happened to your master?
Kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupanaret atamakcha. Wanatu mobayes? Dorcha no bankani honkades? Kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupanaret atamakcha.
No, actually, I'm here protecting someone, keeping them out of trouble, by acting as a distraction for people looking to harm her. Because with assassins like you two running around Nar Shaddaa, I think you're another problem my friend doesn't need.
Tawanti malare? Kono wisotoranda krani? Kawanabota atagwa kankadiwa. Yutaka alwanji umaliba. Tues mahawika si wawanta mo guika wansoba. Wakama nurawa. Tahupo botenyo go jucho picha. Gwem taba ni sochu. Norotoga proto lalashishi. Jubadosa jibacha. Ratak mansan. Tokosha na chitolo.
Why don't you two Shuddas try it, and we'll see what happens.
Mosicho minton baramba tinito. Dos krapa. Podipa jopa wanadin. Choriko so. Betenyo chorana socha. Molira slima podwana. Wamba wamba siso misum kun rakawakta. Nushka wana sochi rona bang mamakan.
Well, that's it. The bounty hunter truce is off. That means this place is gonna get real bad, real fast. Better get back to the ship. Warn the others.
I don't know why a Jedi would come here. There's so much noise on this moon.
Of course. It makes detecting a Jedi difficult.
But to be in a place where one drowns in the Force, why would a Jedi wish that?
A simple question, to which I ask another. Why should a Jedi want to hide?
Hey, we need to move out.
What do you mean?
The truce between the bounty hunters in Nar Shaddaa is off. There's gonna be a war. A trap in the Jek-Jek-Tar is bad enough, but having 100 bounty hunters on your back is something else.
She was told to meet alone. We cannot disrupt their meeting until the alien reveals the information he has.
Look, we need to move. They're coming after us, not the exile.
These hunters will be tracking the exile as well. We must warn her.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm guessing we're in a lot more trouble than she is.
Loka kamaran endoso ran we no chabi. Du rantamana sobu. Loka kamaran endoso ran we no chabi. Du rantamana sobu. Taranamo sibu and dasarans. Krema sunkun ratungala. Chawi mo jubu and kosoracha. Bo mababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu es rectonatada bear mabar chokto. Torenibu inturata sisi meborokra.
Anybody here catch that? All I understood was very.
I think he wanted us to give up the General to his poorly trained collection of bounty hunters.
Ah, well, that would explain it. Which one do you want?
I'll take the stupid one, who decided to threaten us rather than shoot us when he had the chance.
This is one of my safe houses. It's not too pretty to look at, but keeps away prying eyes. Yeah, well, it's one of those trade-offs. All the freighter exhaust from the docks, you know. Some aliens actually like breathing it, if you can believe it. You could say I've gotten used to it. This is actually perfume compared to how the rest of the docks smell. You know, Visquis is arranging a trap for you in the Jek-Jek-Tar. No surprise there. Thing is, he intends to cut the bounty hunters out of the loop and deliver you to Goto personally. Not smart from where I'm standing. Oh, you will. Just not right now. In fact, you're going to stay here until I meet with Visquis. Actually, you really don't have much choice. That smell you noticed when you came in? Yeah, it's filtering through your lungs right now. Anybody without olfactory blockers like I have is going to start feeling dizzy and eventually fall unconscious. Good night, Jedi. Let me just take that environment suit, and I'll be back soon.
Dawancha mori konsova, mawani dinchori kitsodu sobarenwa. Kavadumba mo.
Good eyes, Hanharr. No wonder you're still number 2 on Nar Shaddaa. Yeah, and maybe you'd like to explain why you've decided to backstab Goto and claim the Jedi for yourself. You signed on with Vogga the Hutt? Visquis, you're dumber than I thought. There's no way Goto won't find out. Yeah, right. I'm not telling you where the Jedi is. It's my bounty. And that means she's under my protection.
I know you can hear me. The numbness you feel should be wearing off soon, but not before we've spoken. When I first heard you were on Nar Shaddaa, I didn't quite believe it. I didn't think anyone could track me here, but I see I underestimated you. I've watched you as you have traveled the refugee sector. I've seen what you have done, what I refused to do. Even exiled, you are more a Jedi than I. If anything, know that your actions have convinced me I can stand by and watch no longer while the exchange closes its grip on this sector. I know a young woman went to meet with Visquis in your place. He will not negotiate with her. He will kill her. I intend to rescue her. I will return shortly, or not at all. If you have come to this moon for answers, or for revenge, then you will follow me. For if I fail, then you will be denied both.
Listen to me. Clear your thoughts. Still your breathing. Let the trace amounts of air in your lungs hold you. The Force can sustain you. Listen to it. Let it keep you alive until you reach safety. It is an old technique similar to the healing trance. Some Jedi can hold their breath for hours, even days.
Waranda the Remade. Dana wikizi chazoto gutso. Sirenento saraka ma van reli. Kawanabota atagwa kanka diwa. Yutaka kawanabota atagwa kanka diwa. Yuta kavadumpe masuraku popayi bote. The hopo botenyo. Kawanabota.